Meeting will be called to order, 7:30 PM.
So moved.
All members present, with the exception of Mrs. Gallagher, who will not be with us this evening. Ms. Gallagher. Agenda item number,
Mr. Gallagher, who was also not.
oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Gallagher. Ms.
Missing-
Gallagher are also not present.
The Gallagher's
That's true.
the
The
Lopes, I
Gallagher's-
guess.
Gallagher's on here.
They're not here, they're not they're not related,
I
they're
kept
not
counting to
here.
8, I'm saying, who else was missing?
They're in Aruba.
We're good.
No, they're not.
Agenda item number 1, public hearing on the FY 2020 budget. The chair would declare the public hearing open.
Should be 21. Sorry, it's 21 budget.
I should have noticed it. FY 21, not 20. And does the chair hear a motion to approve the budget?
So moved.
Second. Yep, to vote approval of fiscal year 2021 Shawsheen Valley Regional Vocational Technical High School budget, $32,724,271, which includes total assessments at $24,790,486. And to further apportion the assessment to district communities as follows: Bedford, $755,092, Billerica, $9,807,569, Burlington, $25,16,373, Tewksbury, $69,24,597, and Wilmington, $47,86,854.
It's just for you.
I'm sorry, what?
It's just for you.
Oh. With a roll call vote, Vice Chairman Peterson, Ms. Sabedian, Ms. Lambert, Ms. Muse?
No.
Well, they have to do the vote.
Yep.
That's just for
I'm
you.
sorry,
Mr. Gaddick,
yes.
Mr. Fusco,
Yes.
Yes.
Ms. Lambert,
Yes.
Mr. Gillis,
Yes.
Mr. McIntyre.
Yes.
Ms.
It's a BD.
It's a beat.
Yes?
Okay, yes.
Mrs. Muse, I knew you on there.
Yes.
Nancy.
Chair votes yes. Motion passes unanimously as read into the record by Mr. Geddick. Eight affirmative and no one opposed. Chair would declare the public hearing on the FY 21 budget closed. Takes care of 1 and 2. Approval of bills and payroll, if you haven't signed them, they're going around. Approval of minutes of January 28th, 2020.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Mrs. Buse, second by Mr. Gillis. Any questions, comments, additions, or deletions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Correspondence?
On the table, there's a letter from Susan Cusker. That everybody's.
Sorry.
I know.
We do have a letter from Ms. Cusker, who was one of the candidates we interviewed last evening, thanking us for our time. I think all of you have a copy of it. Questions from residents and staff? Could you identify yourself?
Sure. Want me to stay here?
You can go wherever you like.
So I'm Debbie Barnes. I'm a parent of a freshman at Shawsheen Tech. I'm here tonight because I care deeply about the school and the community it serves. I'm fourth generation in Billerica. My father's grandparents moved to Billerica at the turn of the century and opened up the store in the 1920s. My parents moved here when they married. My mother's parents moved here when they married in the early 1940s. I truly love this community and the people in it, and I am very committed to what goes on here. Growing up in Billerica, I always believed that Shawsheen Valley Technical High School is a wonderful place that has so much to offer our community. It's a public vocational school. It is a great alternative to the town high schools within the district. And we are lucky that our children have a choice when it comes to their education for their successful futures. In fact, as my youngest child, Nathan is my third to attend Shawsheen Tech. I'm a collaborative person by nature and am appreciative of the school process, but my experience this year has undermined that. When I've tried to bring forth inconsistencies through the proper channels, they have fallen on deaf ears. That's why I'm coming before the school committee.
Ms. Barnes?
Yes.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna stop you there and,
There is nothing further that has anything to do with that. I would just like to continue.
well, could I see what you're gonna read
Oh,
before I let you
absolutely. I can
continue?
give you a copy.
I would tell you that I think it's inappropriate for you to make public comments about a pending complaint of Desi that you have filed, but I will let our attorney read it, and I'm an attorney, but I'm not getting paid to give advice here, so I'm gonna let him give us his advice. Do you
Okay.
mind? Can you just hand it to him?
Sure, but,
Mr.
and I'm happy to skip that, paragraph. Me too.
I think she can read the statement. I would just say that there are references to a pending complaint at the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. We have outside counsel, Attorney McAvoy, who represents the school district on that matter. I spoke to him today, and he advised that as to the matters referenced in the DESI complaint, that the school district has, I believe, until the beginning of March to respond to that complaint. We're in the process of responding to that complaint. Ms. Barnes will be receiving a copy of our response once it's done. And once the DESI process is finished, that report will be made available to everybody. So I would advise that we not comment as to any issues regarding the DESI complaint.
That's fine.
Yep. And I can skip that paragraph as well, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, you may continue, go ahead.
Thank you very much, appreciate that. I've spoken to parents who have expressed concern that Shawsheen Tech can't provide the education that their child deserves and are therefore choosing not to apply. I've spoken to other parents within the school system who are dealing with similar issues, and they're not comfortable speaking up for fear of retaliation. Additionally, there are other families who have dealt with the same issues that I have dealt with and have chosen to pull their student from Shawsheen Tech rather than to continue working to change the system. Today, I was looking at the Shawsheen student enrollment on the Department of Education's website and see that it is down by approximately 100 students over the past few years. And it's not just freshman enrollment numbers that are declining, although this year did see 32 less freshmen enrolled than in previous years. The number of students returning has also decreased in every grade, from sophomores to senior, each and every year. I know that declining enrollment affects your budget, which affects teacher hires and department funding, so this decrease is very concerning, especially with eighth graders now being included in Billerica High, as Billerica is Shawsheen's greatest contributor of students. Going forward, I would like to see us all work together to improve the school, not only for my son, but for the entire community. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you for letting me speak, I appreciate it.
Thank you. You don't have a student representative this evening, correct? Superintendent's report, Ms. Hagman.
So I've alluded to a new grant. So we were awarded a $200,000 engineering grant. We signed the contract 2 weeks ago, so it's official. So this supports our new Chapter 70 engineering program. We have 3D printers, all sorts of make-or-bot programs, and all stuff I don't fully understand because it's all engineering, but Matt Natali, our brand new hire this year, was instrumental in writing the grant. He originally had assisted in $500,000, but we were awarded $200,000. So that is wonderful news for us. And it all has to be spent before June 30th. So we are in the process of working on all of that. I have a applications update. Our applications were due February 3rd. So we have a total of 448 applicants, and last year we were at 421. We typically lose about 10%, so we're in the process of going through. We like to accept 360 and hope for a freshman class of 350, 340, but we'll keep you posted on that. But it is up from last year, which is a good thing. So we have that, and then going back to the budget, I met with the town managers second week in February. Everyone was here except for Mr. Curran from Billerica, but the other four had representatives here to present the budget, and we have support. I've scheduled all the meetings with the FinCom and Burlington Ways and Means. I have shared the dates with all of you, and I hope you can attend the meetings with me going forward. Bedford, I've asked, they've said that we do not need to attend, but if something changes, I will let you both know.
they decide they don't need to attend?
I've been here 20 years and I've attended Bedford Finance probably 3 or 4 times when I first started. And since then, we have not been asked. They come here, they get the information with the town managers, and they have said they can handle it. So if something changes with the new town manager, I will let you know. But as of right now, she has said she supports our budget. She's thrilled with the increase of 8 students. She hopes to send us more. So I will keep you posted. Thank you.
Can attend.
Hmm?
You can attend.
You can attend, you can present.
I love budgets.
Mrs. Bennion was on the Ways and Means,
FinCom.
Bedford FinCom. So she's good, she's a pro at it. Thank you. I have, my presentation is in front of you for the budget that I handed out to the town managers. So I've included, I spent about 2.5 hours with the budget subcommittee. I think there's an update on there from Mr. Peterson, but I did include at your seat the same presentation that I gave to the town managers that I will be sharing with the Ways and Means and the Finance committees as well. Included a lot of pictures and all the great news we have with our skills awards last year, with our daily attendance at 96%, cooperative placement. Numbers are great as usual, some capital budget highlights and some budget highlights are in there for you.
And everyone should go see that house they built.
Did you like
because-
how I did that?
Yes, because this house, the kids built from ground up, so.
Did they? So the last slide is the Tewksbury Habitat build. I did that intentionally. Tewksbury had the highest increase in assessment, so I put a little picture in there of the house we built for them.
Very
Town
good.
manager thought that was appropriate. But, and it's great. We love doing projects with the towns. I shared that with the town managers. Any new projects that they have, to please reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to work with them on building either another Habitat house or building something for one of the towns.
Yeah, that's for veterans, that's veterans housing.
Oh. I didn't know that. You were part of it, right?
I am.
Mrs. News was out there building away too.
Camera names.
I wanna do everything. Give me a saw, whatever you wanna do, I'll do it.
Thank you, Millie. Subcommittee reports, the budget subcommittee, which on a temporary basis consisted of myself and Ms. Asbedian, met with the superintendent, and we did vote to approve the budget that we approved earlier. We were happy to stand in.
I apologize.
That's quite all right. We were just happy to be here. And we were happy Nancy was available.
Always.
I was available, I just
Personnel.
fell asleep and I
Can I just ask one question
Yes.
on the budget? What is, stupid question, what is contract services in all the departments? What is that?
So for like a shop, it's fixing, tuning up equipment. So somebody comes in once a year into machine technology and go through the equipment. make
Like
sure it's
maintenance
proper.
kind of stuff?
Correct.
But everybody has one of those?
Yes.
Design and visual, dental, everybody's got
Mhm.
one?
Yeah, because they all
Yeah,
have
The
so
equipment.
equip-
in DDC,
Is it all-
for
okay.
printer, for dental,
Okay. I knew it
all
was
the
a stupid
X-ray
question, thank you.
machines and
Okay.
everything,
No,
so we have somebody come in annually
good,
to
Nancy.
give us, to give in,
Okay.
make sure everything's in proper working condition.
So why don't you say maintenance?
Well,
why
cause
do
then
you-
we have a maintenance budget. and Contract services.
Because they contract out,
Okay,
that's
good?
why it's con,
Okay.
see, I deal with that every day, so I know.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Personnel, Mr. Gillis.
The Personnel Subcommittee met this evening to discuss the SDA contract, and we voted unanimously to support a tentative agreement with the STA pending their ratification. And we will give those details in executive session later this evening to the full committee for a full committee vote.
We will be going into executive session and we will return for purposes of adjournment. Thank you, Mr.
And voting on the contract.
New business, out-of-state field trip request. Ms. Hagman?
So they're looking to take the students to Canby Lake in New Hampshire. Quite a few years ago, we voted that all out-of-state has to go through here. As you can see, it's something that they're trying to do. The dances don't seem to get the attendance that they used to, so they're trying to come up with an event that all the students will attend. So this is an event they'd like to try this year to see if they can get more student participation. So I support the recommendation to go to Canby Lake.
Can I ask a question? In that application, it said the coverage, not applicable. Why?
It's after school. It's after hours.
Oh,
So they don't need a substitute for their class.
And there's no reason, okay,
Yeah,
so
that's right.
so there's no coverage necessary.
Right.
Right.
So they'll have, different advisors
Gotcha.
attending for chaperones, but there's no after school
Thank you.
coverage.
So Amy, move to approve it. Move to approve it.
Motion by Mrs. Muse to
Second.
approve the out-of-state field trip, second by Mr. Fusco. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I hope it happens.
Motion carries unanimously. Request from WCTV Wilmington. Ms. Hagman.
So a request came through from the Wilmington Community Television for our construction cluster to go over and just help out, do some little minor construction for them. Brian Smith looked at it, he said it's a reasonable project, it fits within the frameworks, and it's a good filler. We have other projects going on, so we think this would be a nice one for us to do.
I'll move the request.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Gillis, second by Mrs. Muse to approve the WCTV request to do some construction on the studio. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. And the last request is from the Burlington Police Department. Ms. Hagman.
They reached out to our DVC program and they're just looking for us to help them with some signage. Just explaining different things, different posters, a little bit more consistent. And again, working with Mr. Norkowitz, he believes it's a great program, a little something for our kids to do with the DVC. We don't get a lot of outside requests from DVC graphics. So, we thought, why not help out the town of Burlington if we can?
The only thing I thought with that, not to, I get to Burlington Police, because I'm a Burlington guy, it looked like they did that kind of backwards. I don't know, should they have called you first? I don't know, help me out here.
They should have, but
Okay, when I read all
they
those
might
emails.
know one of the teachers.
I went all
Sometimes
the
it
way
just
up.
happens.
It finally
So
gets to your
then-
desk.
Right.
Yeah.
It's deferred
Oh, that's
here
great.
and we bring it to your attention for your approval.
Thank you. I know we get so many requests.
We do. There'll be another one coming. I think Borica wants us to do signage for them as well. We haven't seen the final request, but
Sounds
Burlington did reach out to us, so. But again, it's another project that we think is, reasonable, something for us to do.
Let's do it.
So you're moving it? Moving
I'm
approval?
gonna move that, since I
Alright.
grew up in Burlington, I'll move that we help the Burlington Police.
All right, second.
We have a motion by Mr. Fusco and a second by Mrs. Muse. All those in favor?
I
Opposed?
was looking for a get out of jail.
Motion
free.
carries unanimously.
Oh, my mom and dad still live over there. I gotta keep all our communities happy. Making some signs.
It's a simple request, so we're not
Simple
help out if we
request.
can.
That's fine, that's fine.
Chair would entertain a motion to go into executive session for purposes of collective bargaining, from which we will return for purposes of taking a public vote and then adjourning for the evening.
So moved.
Second.
Requires a roll call vote.
Yes.
Mr. Geddick, Mr. Fusco.
Yes.
Ms. Lambert.
Yes.
Mr. Gills.
Yes.
Mr. McIntyre.
Yes.
Ms. Asvedia.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Ms. Muse. And the chairman votes yes. Motion carries unanimously, and we will adjourn to executive session.